Hey everyone, welcome to the Cause Catalyst channel. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful tools in nonprofit marketing, and that's personal storytelling. Let's start with a simple truth. People don't remember statistics very well. They do remember stories, however. Research from Stanford University shows that stories are up to 22 times more memorable than facts alone. And that's because when we hear a story, our brains light up, engaging emotions and experiences rather than just processing raw information and data. That's why a well-told personal story can make complex issues feel real and urgent. Think about it. If I tell you that 1 in 5 kids goes hungry, that is a shocking statistic, but that number is kind of difficult to quantify. However, if I introduce you to Emma, a 7-year-old who's struggling to focus in school because she hasn't eaten, suddenly it's personal, it's real, and that is what makes the difference. Now let's talk about the power of emotional connection. Personal stories work because they allow us to see ourselves and others. They break down barriers and create empathy. Noted 20th century psychiatrist Daniel Casriel once said that most of us are phobic of human intimacy. We're afraid to feel close to others, and that can be a serious connection roadblock. But storytelling changes that. It invites vulnerability, it makes us feel connected, and when we feel connected, we care. That's why nonprofits that focus on personal storytelling, whether it's the people they help or the volunteers or their donors, they build trust and engagement faster than organizations that only rely on facts and figures. So how do you tell a story that truly resonates? Let's break it down into 3 key elements. First, authenticity over perfection. Your story doesn't have to be polished, it has to be real. People connect with genuine, unscripted moments far more than they do with a corporate messaging campaign. So don't be afraid to embrace raw emotion. The second thing, structure matters. The best stories follow a simple 3-part formula: beginning, conflict, and resolution. Introduce a person, highlight their struggle, and then show how they overcame it. This keeps your audience engaged and invested in the outcome. Third, details bring a story to life. The difference between a forgettable story and a powerful story are in the specifics. Instead of saying Nang escaped Vietnam as a refugee, say, at 6 years old, Nang clutched his mother's hand as they stepped onto an overcrowded boat in the middle of the night, unsure if they'd ever see land again. Vivid details make a story real. And after all of that, what every great story needs is a purpose. What do you want your audience to do after hearing it? Should they donate? Should they volunteer? Share a message? A story without a call to action is just a story. But a story with a clear next step, that is how you create real impact. Let's look at some real-world examples of storytelling done right. Charity Water is one of the best at this. Instead of just showing statistics on water scarcity, they tell deeply personal stories. One of the most powerful campaigns followed a young girl named Rachel, who asked for donations instead of birthday gifts to help fund a well. Tragically, she passed away, but her story inspired thousands to give, raising over $1.2 million in her honor. That is the power of a personal story. The Sydney Children's Hospital Foundation did something similar. They raised over $100 million in a campaign by focusing on patient stories rather than institutional needs. Because when people see faces and they hear the voices of those they're helping, they're far more likely to support a cause. And here at Cause Catalyst, we've seen firsthand how storytelling transforms a nonprofit's message. When we helped tell Nang's story, a Vietnamese refugee who fled during the boat people crisis, we had almost no personal footage or photos. So we used historical archive footage and immersive sound design and dynamic storytelling techniques to bring his journey to life. The result, a deeply moving 4-part series that resonated with audiences and made a real impact. So what's the takeaway? If you want to drive real action, build trust, and inspire change, you gotta tell better stories. Stories that are authentic, emotionally engaging, well-structured, and yes, action-driven. We want to hear from you. What is a story that stuck out to you? Maybe a nonprofit campaign that moved you to take action. Drop it in the comments. And if you're a nonprofit looking to improve your storytelling, hit that subscribe button because we've got plenty more insights coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.